So why is it that you can crush it at work, but the second you walk in the door at home, you feel a little bit smaller? You hesitate, you second guess yourself, maybe you're looking for approval, and your wife can feel that. If that seems like you, this video is going to help you out. Because today I'm going to show you why men feel strong at work but powerless when they get home, and how to build real confidence in your marriage so you can lead with calm strength where it matters most. I'm Eric McDougall. I've helped hundreds of high-achieving husbands go from roommates to lovers again by learning how to lead with love and with clarity in their marriages. If you want to grow as a husband and as a leader, hit subscribe right now. I release new trainings every week to help you show up with strength and with presence in your marriage. So let's get into it. So here's the truth. Work and home follow two completely different rule books. At work, rules are clear. Do the task, close the deal, get recognition. But at home, the rules are emotional. It's about presence. It's about connection. It's about trust. At work, your confidence comes from performance. But at home, it actually comes from how you view yourself. And that's where so many men stumble, because they confuse confidence with self-esteem. Confidence is being able to take action under pressure. Esteem is how you regard yourself while you act. You can close million-dollar deals with confidence, but still crumble in front of your wife if your self-esteem is shaky. That gap is also what drains attraction and emotional safety in your marriage. So here's the first mistake 90% of men out there are making. They base their esteem on things that don't actually hold up. Attributes like education or possession, successes like money or promotion, or even worse, other people's opinions, right? What you think your wife thinks about you, your boss thinks about you, or your friends think about you. At work, sometimes those strategies can pay off, but at home they fail because your wife doesn't want your resume. She wants you. And when you depend on her opinion to feel okay, you create what I call borrowed functioning. That's when your sense of self-worth depends on what you think she thinks about you. Over time, that kills attraction and connection. Let me give an example of that in my own marriage. So for years, I tied my own self-worth to my wife being sexually attracted to me. If Kate wanted me, I felt good. If she didn't, I felt rejected. And that created a cycle for us. I used sex to regulate my emotions, and sometimes she gave out sex as a form of duty just to keep the peace. Neither of us felt deeply connected because my esteem was outsourced to her. It wasn't confidence, it was dependence. And dependence always kills desire. So let me ask you, have you ever sat in your car after work, avoiding walking in the house for a bit? That's not about your wife. That's about your confidence and your self-esteem being disconnected at home. Here's what happens when you don't feel confident in your marriage. You avoid hard conversations. You put your emotions on your wife's shoulders. You stop leading and you wait for her direction and her approval. And here's the kicker. Confidence is also what creates emotional safety. When you're grounded, she feels safe. When you're needy, she feels pressure. And that's when she starts to close off and go into self-protection. Now, if this is sitting home, subscribe right now so you don't miss the trainings I put out every single week to help you stop hiding and start showing up as a true masculine leader in your marriage. So let's get into the solutions, okay? I'm going to give you 6 steps that you can take to start rebuilding your confidence in your marriage this week. Step 1 is to fix your inner voice. Your esteem is shaped by how you talk to yourself. When you mess up, do you call yourself a failure or do you give yourself some grace? Start shifting that voice. Talk to yourself the way you'd talk to your son or your best friend. Next time you hear, I'm failing, replace it with, I'm learning, I'm improving, I'm growing. Step 2 is to keep promises to yourself. Confidence is built on trust, not her trust in you, your trust in you. Every time you set a goal and break it, your esteem drops. Every time you follow through, it rises. So this week, pick one small promise and keep it. Maybe it's going to the gym twice. Maybe it's putting the kids to bed when you said you would. Maybe it's texting your wife right now and saying, Friday night, 7 p.m., I'm taking you out. Babysitter's booked. Be ready. One follow through like that does more for her trust than 10 big speeches about what you're going to do. Step 3 is to stop outsourcing your esteem. If you rely on your wife's mood to feel good, you'll always feel unstable. Your esteem has to come from within you. So here's the shift. Instead of asking, do you love me? Ask yourself, do I trust how I showed up today? Step 4 is face small, hard things. Confidence grows when you do hard things, not reckless things, small, meaningful things consistently. At home, maybe that means bringing up a topic you've been avoiding. It might mean setting a calm and clear boundary. It might mean initiating intimacy and accepting whatever happens next. Each time you do that, it feels a little bit uncomfortable, but you build that muscle of confidence. And step 5 is to transfer your skills. Most men say, I'm confident at work, but I'm not at home. But the truth is, you already have the skills. You communicate at work. You plan at work. You lead at work. Just bring that home. We call that skills transference. If you can lead a team meeting, you can lead a date. If you can solve a problem at work, you can solve a problem in your marriage. Remember that. Step 6 is to build emotional awareness. You can't be confident in your marriage if you don't understand your emotions. Confidence is knowing what's true and acting from that place. If you can't name what you feel, you'll just freeze in a void. So practice naming your emotions every day. Start simple. I feel angry. I feel sad. I feel nervous. The more you can name your state, the more confident you'll be about handling it. One of the biggest shifts in our marriage, it really came when Kate trusted that when I said something, I meant it. Not because I was trying to convince her, but because I trusted myself. When I said I'm fighting for this marriage, it wasn't for her approval or to convince her. It was for me. That self-trust gave her safety, and that safety brought us closer. That's the power of confidence at home. So here's what I want you to reflect on this week. Where are you confident at work, but hiding at home? Where do you break promises to yourself? And what's one small hard thing you can do this week to build self-trust? Write it down right now. Take a Post-it. Put a note down. Do it. And notice how your wife responds when you show up with more calm strength consistently over time. Stop hiding behind work success. Stop outsourcing your esteem to your wife. Real confidence starts with you. Build it, and you'll create the emotional safety your marriage needs. If this video helped you out, subscribe so you don't miss any trainings I put out in the future. And I'd love it if you could drop a comment below and tell me, do you feel more confident at work than at home? I want to hear your story. And if you're ready to go deeper, check out what we do in the Evolved Men's Collective Mastermind. That's where I coach men every single week on how to build confidence, how to create connection, and how to bring more masculine leadership into their marriages. So you're strong at work. Now it's time to be strong at home. Stop hiding, rebuild your confidence, and lead your marriage with love. And in my next video, I'm going to show you the number one mistake men make that leads to unhealthy conflict and disconnection in their marriages and what to do instead. See you in the next one.